Hi, my name's Angel Asma. I'm half English, half Turkish. I was raised in a Muslim household, and through my teenage years, when I started college, I started to be a bit more independent. My dad was very protective over me, quite controlling at times, but it was just from his heart to protect me, which meant that I couldn't really do a lot of things that other teenagers could do. When I started college, I started to be a bit more independent, started to have boyfriends, and that's when a lot of things started to happen for me, where my heart started to get hurt and I started to get heartbroken. I started to read more about the Quran and really turn to God in circumstances where I felt like I was in pain. I started to research more of the Quran, and through the many years I started to run away from situations and try to escape, because I thought that was a way that I could be healed, or that's how I could not feel pain if I ran somewhere else, or if I went on holiday, or if I moved to another country and lived somewhere else, that it would be okay. But it wasn't, and I realised that if I lived in Australia, or if I went to New Zealand, or if I was in Turkey, it didn't matter, because it was my heart that needed to be fixed, and it could only be fixed through Jesus. So many years of travelling and moving around, I ended up moving to Leeds, and the time that I was in Leeds, I met up with an old school friend called Jacob Waters, who was a Christian, and he explained why he believed in Jesus Christ. I was really interested in why he believed that Jesus was the Son of God, because in Islam he's not the Son of God. He's a prophet, he's recognised as a prophet, but he's not the Son of God. And I really questioned, how can God have a son? I was so confused, and I started to research. One day I decided to go to Waterstones to buy a Bible. I picked up a Bible, and I was really, really scared inside, and I just thought, if I actually purchase this, is Allah going to be angry with me? Am I going to be shamed? I felt so scared. I felt so many emotions. And at the time when I picked it up, I thought, right, I need to pick up something about the Quran. So I purchased both books because it was just through simple fear. And I remember being in Leeds in my flat, and I started to read the Gospel of John, and I was reading alongside, I was reading more of the Quran and the Bible and trying to understand differences in them, but then similarities. And then I started to realise that the Quran mentioned Jesus so many times, and actually said that Jesus is the Spirit of God. And then I started to get really confused, because I thought, if the Quran's saying this and Christians are saying this, then why aren't I following this? And I started to really break down and cry, and I felt so alone, because I felt like I was the only person who was going through this. And at the time, my friend Jacob lived in Budapest, so we would communicate via a message and on the phone, but I didn't have somebody there with me, and I felt really scared. And I remember breaking down on the floor and hysterically crying out to God, and just saying, God, please just help me, fix my heart and help me to understand what's happening. And I remembered somebody saying, if you ask who Jesus is, Jesus will reveal himself. So I got on my knees and I prayed, and I was still fearful, but I knew that my heart knew that it was the right thing to do. And I prayed, and I said to Jesus, if you are the light, if you are the way, just please give me a sign. I need a sign, because I need to have a clear sign to cut out of Islam. And for the next 14 days, I had so many dreams about Jesus, about people coming to me in biblical times, about people telling me who Jesus was, about people holding my face telling me that Jesus loved me, and so many other dreams that were so powerful. And I wrote them all down, and I knew that this was my sign. One of the most significant signs for me was, at the time, I would always wear a necklace with Allah on it, because I felt that protected me. And I woke up one night, and it was a nightmare that I had, and it was actually about, the nightmare was, it felt like it was Islam and spirits telling me that Jesus wasn't the Messiah, but I knew that was the enemy. And I woke up, and my necklace hadn't been unlatched, it was still latched together. So the necklace was in my hand, and I was gripping hold of it, and I opened it, and I could see the imprint of the necklace, which was Allah, pretty much in my hand, and I realised this was something so spiritual, and this was a sign that I needed to remove it, and I wasn't supposed to wear it, I wasn't supposed to be in Islam, I was supposed to be following Jesus Christ, and all the dreams combined really give me that sign and understanding that that's what I was supposed to do. And I connected with a church in Leeds and give my life to Jesus. Now it took me a few months from then, from February to August, to actually get baptised, and I felt that I really needed to desire the baptism in my heart and it to come from me. And every time that I was around water, I was having a shower, in the last week that I got baptised, I really felt like I need to get baptised, God's telling me to get baptised, and I really had a feeling that I should be in a river. I didn't want it to be in a church, I didn't want it to be around a lot of people, I wanted to just be me and God and a person who baptised me. A week before I was baptised, I started getting really anxious. The job that I was in, I was working in a law firm in Leeds, and I was really struggling because I just felt that it wasn't who I was and my heart didn't suit that sort of role. I remember just going into the toilet and crying out to God, and please just help me, I don't know what to do. And I remember speaking to my friend Jacob, and I said, I really feel like it's time for me to be baptised, and I feel like I want to be in a river. I want it just me and God, and if you can baptise me, then I would like you to baptise me. I don't want to be in a church. So as I was off work, I contacted Jacob, and then we arranged a day, and I went to the river, and he baptised me there. And I just felt that after the baptism, I felt like I was a new person, but I've been on a journey for the past 2 years where I'm just trying to be closer to God and really deny who I am, and get rid of all traits of who Angel is, and really try to find out who I am in God. So then after I was baptised, I said to Jacob, nobody knew, and I said, Jacob, please don't tell anybody. I was really scared and afraid that if my father found out, or my brother, or certain people, that I would lose family contact and friends. So I kept it quite quiet, and then my friend Jacob, a month later, rang me up, and I lived in Leeds, and said, I'm going to see my friend in Bradford, do you want to come? I'm going to a baptism. And I said, whose baptism? And he said, Shafra's Jail. And I was like, what? Shafra's Jail's like a full-on Muslim, what? How is he getting baptised? But this gave me so much encouragement that my decision of 1 month previous to that was the right decision, and it gave me so much faith that I'd done the right thing. And I really feel like God put this person in my life to encourage me on my journey. So I went to the worship on the evening in Bradford, which was a community house, and worshipped with everybody and kind of celebrated this person's baptism. And for the next couple of months, I started to go to this community house and just have some like great fellowship together. And then me and this person, Shafraz, we started to become like closer friends, and we started to go to like conferences together, and Hillsong worship and concerts, and it was really great. And I really feel like God brought us together and really just helped us and encouraged us, and now we are due to be married in September, and we're going on a mission. And I'm super excited because the times when I used to run to Australia or New Zealand or go here and there was to try and heal my heart, but now I feel like God's really healed my heart, and now I've got a person to go to these places with and actually share the gospel, and it's just so amazing what God's done, and I feel really blessed and grateful, and that's my testimony. I really hope that I encourage you